I'm fine. I'm upright, facing forwards. The laundry has gone into the dryer. The dishwasher has just been emptied. We are cleaning the washing machine as we speak. And we are doing clearing up the dishwasher and sorting out the mess that everybody's left. This is what we do every morning without fail before we even get a cup of coffee. It's Mom's job to tidy up after the scruffy lot. There we go. There we are. Nice, tidy, clean. Good morning. You'll be in and out today with your new little Dexter. Oh, my heart is so happy. Oh, that's nice. Does he not like his kitty tray? Don't worry, we went through this with Monty. He went wherever we were until we could get him to go in the thing. And it was fun. But now he knows where everything is. Onwards and upwards, son. And the little guy will be so pleased. You'll have to get, hang on a minute. I'll find it. You'll have to get a kitten brush. These wire ones are better than the bobbly-headed ones because they get into the finer fur. And when you've got kitten precedents, and you'll have quite a few precedents, then you can use this and it brushes the fur. And if there are any tiny little pieces of poo left, because it's such a fine brush, it'll get all the poo out of him and he'll be fine. Yeah. Honestly, that's the one. Oh. When he gets a bit bigger, this one. It says rake away, but we've used it a lot, but it did say rake away. All right, you got bobbly bits on the end, and that's for like when they get a bit older. And it's got a button on the back that you can press, which forces the thing forwards. And then all the hair that you've collected, it just punches it up there, and you just sweep it off. And it's an absolute lifesaver. It's a sanity saver, right? I'm just saying, one step, yeah. One step to what? Happiness? Paradise? I know, you didn't think they made them this ugly first thing in the morning, right? Well, I've news for you, Sonny. This is what 50 looks like without any filters. Oh, that's interesting. How do you make the malt sugar? I just want the world to know that this is what 50 looks like without the filters, right? I am what you see is what you get. And if you don't like what you see, then you ain't going to be liking what you're going to get next. I run on dark chocolate, jelly babies, pom bears, coffee, and sarcasm. If you can handle that, then you'll get to be friends with me. Oh, right, okay. Oh, yeah, well, I do have that effect on people. You know, I am the Antichrist after all. Who said the devil had to be a man? Frankenstein, hello, my love. How are you? I hope you're good. I'm about to make a hot cup of coffee. That makes my heart really happy. And I'm also going to make some breakfast. And then I too will be running upstairs to get me ready for the day as well. Hell sounds too organized for the devil to be a woman. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. As the saying goes, heaven doesn't want me and hell's afraid I'll take over. Isn't that sexist? Nah. I grew up in a world where we don't worry about things like sexism. Takedown, so sweet and easy on the eyes, but hideous on the inside. Whole life spreading lies, which you... Nice try. I'm about to switch these vibes and finally open my eyes. Well, good for you. Pop your glasses on as well. I'll probably look a bit better and more in focus. Nah. Sexism... we don't do that here. We just take the mickey out of each other. That's what life's all about, my dears. Oh, it's a song. Isn't that a poem? I don't know. It's very good, though. I'm invested in these chips that are made out of sugar. They sound flipping amazing. And where does one purchase these things from? Right, now we make a cup of coffee. Life is good when you have coffee. Oh. You have a very interesting life. Or is that the name of the album that you're talking about, the song that comes from? It's very early in the morning. I'm a very old lady and I'm trying to get my brain to work. I don't know. I'm asking the same thing, Frankenstein. Anyway, sweetheart, did you sleep well last night? I hope you did. Finally, we had a normal temperature in this country. It wasn't like 90 billion degrees trying to boil your brain kind of heat. Which is a blessing. It really is a blessing. I know. It's just been so warm recently. It's been ridiculous. But here we are, living the dream, getting ready to go to work when we've had a cup of coffee and something. I'll be getting ready to go to work, actually. I need to do this, grab breakfast, see to the Monty. In fact, I've seen to Monty. But Monty, you know what Monty's like? He's a very demanding baby. He's 18 months old and he is a pure furball of doom. Oh no, I'm making breakfast too. Breakfast, my darlings, is the most important meal of the day. And I'm very grumpy if I don't get it. Yeah. If I don't get a cup of coffee, that's it, man. My day's like set in stone. I'm going to be Thor, of the god of war. So you're going to be dropping in and out today then, my darling, whilst I'm working? I'll be doing some ironing. Again, what a surprise. You know, Frankenstein, you and I are going to get on just fine because both of our brains are in the gutter. And that's awesome. At least we know what we're dealing with. What time? I'll probably start up 9ish, half 9ish, somewhere around there. I'll be cracking on anyway. And I've got 2 massive bags to get through, plus a load of laundry that needs folding that's currently running around the dryer, having washed it last night for the customer. Hot steamed milk. What time in the morning? Yeah, about 9:30. I reckon I'll get going. Hello, David. How are you, darling? We're just talking about me getting ready to do the ironing around about 9:30 this morning. I'm just going to do breakfast now. You'll be back around about 4 o'clock. Okie dokie. If I'm still live then, I might not be, but if I am, then I'll see you then. But if not, then we'll just hang out this morning whilst we have breakfast, which is good, you know. Exactly. I just want to add a news flash. Guess what I've just run out of? Jam. I know. It's shocker, innit? I'll be ironing again. Absolutely, David. You know me. Can't get enough of the ironing stuff. I've got to iron. It's in my soul. It's in my destiny. I've got to do the ironing because that's what the Lord had planned for me. Turns out you're a jam bandit all along. Yeah, it were me. Blame the kids, but it were really me. Ah, life's tough, guys. Especially when your cover gets rumbled. But we'll just have to slum it with Lyle's golden syrup. There we are. Ran out of conditioner, so I had to go get some out of the storeroom. There we are. grief, have I been going for 15 minutes? Doesn't seem like 15 minutes. You don't like jam? Well, I love my jam. I was the jam bandit all along. Ironing, yeah, can't help it. We've got to do the ironing. You know, when you're a rotten soul like me, ironing's the only way to be punished in life. I'm literally joking at this point. You're all really wide awake this morning. Have you all had like triple espressos? I think yesterday it really floored me. I worked right up till 6 o'clock doing the ironing and then went straight out to the clients. Jam and cheese sandwiches. Oh, that's good. 2 of my favourite things in one sandwich. I used to work with somebody that liked jam and cheese sandwiches years and years and years ago when I was training to be a secretary. Can you believe that? There was actually a college for training people to use typewriters. How archaic can this country be? Ah, he was on your bed and that's very right. I get it. Right. Well, may I suggest that triple espressos are the way to go today to cope with the little furry menace that has just taken over your soul and your life? Yeah. Yeah. Either that or he's adopted Chewbacca. I mean, if Dexter hadn't have had a name, I was suggesting things like Fuzz Aldrin and Furball XL5, you know, as like his name, or, you know, Sir Furry, or Lucifer, you know, things like that. Yeah, you know, really good play on words. Ah, so you could have a Lucifer then, couldn't you? Oh, Lucifer. Ha ha ha. All I can say is that if you're going to have treacle first thing in the morning, try not to get it all over your hands because you're going to end up being stuck to your phone. So what are you doing today then, Frank? What do you do for a living? According to the news this morning, it looks as though we're going to get a rate cut down to 4% on the interest rate because the interest rate's going through the roof. And, oh, Rachel, surprise, surprise, guess what? The job market. You couldn't have predicted this one, could you, babes? I mean, you'd need the brain for a start. And yeah, the jobs market is cooling off and people are more unemployed than employed. And Rachel says it's nothing to do with my policy. My policy back in April was to put more money back in your pockets and take it out. Well, Rachel, that's great. We can only put money in our pocket if, we're employed or perhaps we're all MPs and fiddling our expenses, but there we are. Anyway, that's my rant on the incompetent government that we have. Crikey, if I was an investor looking to invest in the United Kingdom as a business, I would want the entire monetary system stress testing, because I personally think it's on teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. But that's just me. And I've run a few businesses, so I know what I'm talking about. Frightening. I don't know. If people aren't employed, then they're not paying taxes. Which puts extra strain on the ones that are employed. And eventually, if you're paying out more than you're getting in, at that point you have to claim bankruptcy. And that's where this country's going. We're teetering on the edge of financial ruin. I can see it. Trouble is, you can massage the figures and massage the figures, which I think is reprehensible and very wrong, because you're lying to yourself. And being able to add a few more notes electronically to make the figures look a bit better. If you want to know what the economy is doing and you want to understand how an economy works, look at everything that's around you. Put your head out the window and look at how the people across the United Kingdom are living day to day. Look at what the mother is having to do to make everything balance at the end of the week so that she can put a food shopping list together and work out whether or not she can actually afford to go to the supermarket. That is how you stress test an economy, right? It's not how much the rich have got in interest on their bank balance, because at that point where their money's earning and making them money, it ceases to be a problem for them. And look at the housewife who's got a finite pot in money in front of her, and that money has got to pay for the gas, the electric, the water, the phone bill, the internet, the food, and the mortgage, right? That is how you stress test an economy. Don't get you started. Exactly. I mean, those that are having to live the life on a knife edge and work out whether or not they can afford a bar of soap this week. Exactly. That's how you know if you've got a healthy economy. All right. All your economic books, all your Keynesian economics. Wow. Yep. So, Rachel, got a plan for that, have we? Yeah. And it's because you live in a bubble, my dear, that you don't see the stresses and strains that the average people have got to live and deal with. And believe me, my heart goes out to you, especially if you're really struggling right now. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about, Zoe. I'm working all hours God sends, trying to put as much money between you and going on the streets, and coping with a shopping basket that is going up incrementally week by week, and your wage bill isn't, and yet you've still got to buy the same things week in, week out, because that's what your family needs to survive. And you haven't got time for a life because you're too busy working and trying to find the money to keep the wolves away from the door. I know, I get it. I really do. Yeah, it's tripled in 5 years. You know, your mortgage rates are a joke. Your gas, your electric, it's a flipping joke. You know, the water is phenomenal. Your phone bill, you know, you're hunting around for the best deals possible, and still, I mean, I'm not joking. Most people get to the end of the month and they've got pennies in their account, and they're on the last gasp until they can get to flipping payday again, and then do it all over again. And it's insane. And yet, more pressure is going to be piled on top of the ones that are working to pay for the ones that aren't working because they can't get a job. And they're being gaslit and told that people don't want to work anymore because they're lazy. I mean, how gaslit do you need to be? Yeah, rent off the council, but even that's extortionate these days. Exactly. And you know, you're paying through the nose for some poor souls are paying through the nose for mold infested, damp flats. And what's all that about? Yeah, the biggest benefit cheats are those in Parliament. I know. How actually dare they say that their wage is not enough? Oh, a £70,000 wage is not enough. Well, I'd like to try to live on 70 grand and see if it's not enough. God, yeah, give me the opportunity. I'd love to. And that's why they have to have expenses for lunch. Wow. I know, it's staggering. An expense account to fall back on just because 70 grand isn't enough to live off. You know, bugger me. They've got an apartment that's paid for in London for them to go to when they're down there doing work for the constituency, and they've got a nice little country retreat. Oh my God, my heart bleeds. How you must struggle when you sit down on a Friday to sort out the shopping list to make sure you can actually afford the sodding things that you wrote down on the list in the first place. It annoys the absolute living daylights out of you. I know, me too, love, me too. Absolutely. I mean, it astounds me. And then you get really unhelpful news blips like this morning with the BBC of more people are unemployed because the way that the policy was set up in April, right? where businesses are now expected to carry the can for the tax increase. So naturally, we're having to pay more taxes out in our business, and we can't afford to employ people. So the people that we've got are going to have to work harder and longer for less money, because we're having to pay bigger and bigger tax bills to the government, and it's sad. Fortunately, I don't fall into that because I'm a single person. I mean, I can't afford to employ somebody because I'm already working for less than nothing. And the thought of trying to give somebody a job and I wouldn't be able to pay them what they're worth because of the tax bill that would be going, it's just legalised bloody robbery. Sorry, I'll get the glasses on. Hubby's wage pays the rent and most of the bills. If we didn't have my wage, we wouldn't eat. Exactly. And that is what's wrong with the economy, right? It's not compound interest on the rich because, like I said, if their money's earning them money, they haven't really got a worry, have they? No, they don't, because all their basic needs are being met. No, I'm on about the people that are getting through on fumes to the end of the month and worrying that they're not going to have enough money to cover the rent or the mortgage, or even, have you tried putting fuel in the car? Have you seen the prices at the pumps? No, you forgot what's going up, love, your blood pressure. Mine's up. I bet yours is now. Yeah, everything's going up. Blood pressure's going up. Cholesterol levels probably going up now that I'm eating treacle instead of jam. But there we go. If we don't get fiscal control on this country, we're going to have, like I said, we're going to have more going out than we have coming in, as in your benefits, right? And the cost of running the country, XYZ, and having to cope with extra pressures that are coming on, and the working man is being taxed to death. I have a Fiat Punto, and because it only a small engine, she only costs £60 to fill up. Right. I've 2 litre diesel, 4x4. Because of where I live, it's very rural, and when weather hits, you need to be able to move. We're in a valley and it's up and down hills, right? That's how it is. I chose to live here. I get that, all right? But to fill the car, well, to fill the truck every week now is just under £100 a week. Yeah. Where does it go? Where does it go indeed? Because we never really get the true story. We don't get the true picture, do we? No, of course we don't. We're stuck in a system where they think that we're all stupid. I can see that we're being absolutely taxed to death. You know, they'll tax you for going in your flipping coffin before long. Yeah, Alpha, if it's an Alfa Romeo, it will be very thirsty. And yet, it gives us pleasure to have a little something in our lives, right? And at what point do we actually have everything taken off us and our existence is get up, we can't afford a hot coffee, so we get a drink of water, but the water that's coming out the tap is so expensive, we just think, well, I'll just won't bother having breakfast today and I won't bother getting a drink of water or anything, I'll just go straight to work. And you continue doing that for a few days and your brain starts to feel a bit funny and you start to feel a bit ill, right? What happens if you get ill, right? Who pays your bills? If I get poorly working for myself, there's no sick pay. I've got to go into work whether I feel good or bad. And I can't imagine how if you're employed, what's the waiting days? Is it like 4 working days that you've got to wait before you can claim for sick pay? And then it's a paltry amount. So, like most people, you just get up and you go in and you just work even though you're feeling rough. And it's because we're not sleeping right, we're not eating right, we're not exercising right, we're being stressed, we're being taxed. And if we were really ill and we turned up at the hospital, is there any guarantee that we're going to get a bed? Or we're just going to get shoved in a broom cupboard like some poor buggers are before they drop off, and everyone says, oh, I'm really sorry that they died waiting for a bed in the corridor, but there were no what I could do about it. Welcome to Britain. We get bonuses twice a year. What's the bonus? You don't get sick pay either. No, see? I don't know how many people that do pay sick pay these days. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get sick pay at all. If I don't work, I don't eat. It's not even that much, and we get taxed on it. You think, what's the point in having a bonus if all they're going to do is tax you on it and take it off you? It's insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, going forwards, the way that the country's being run at the moment, it's being run into the flipping ground. It just astounds me that you know what? I actually think now is the time. Forget about probably trying to fix what's incredibly broken. I think we just have to let it fall on its own petard. At least if it falls and it collapses and it breaks, then at least we can just say, right, well, it's broken now. So this is how we have to go forward and fix it. Right? Dancer, you're back home. Blimey. How did the flight go? Young lady, how was your flight? Oh, you're going to go on the flight soon. Oh, right. Okie dokie. I know, there's me thinking, blimey, that was a quick flight to get back to Australia. You're not even set off yet. Oh, don't worry about me, darling. I'm just having a rant and a rave about Rachel Reeves again, my favourite person on the planet. Not. The woman's an idiot. But my darling, you are way too young to be worrying about politics. So tell me about your holiday. Let's change the subject. Let's talk about your holiday. Hmm? Good. What did you get to go see? What was your favourite thing that you did? Ah, Zoe. Little Dancer has been to India on holiday with her family. We didn't bring enough games. Oh no. Are you bored? Are you bored waiting for your flight? Hello, Alan, sweetheart. Have a good day. Have a really, really, really good day, my darling. I hope the walks went really well last night with the Australians and the Americans. Excuse me. Hello. Yes, it is. Can I help? Okay. We do, but at the moment, I've reached capacity because I am quite literally, I'm just me. It's just me, and I'm down to 4 days a week because of my health. So at the moment, I can't take anybody else on. I'm really, really sorry. I am so sorry. Have you tried Brooks Cleaners? I understand. I totally understand. But I've injured myself, and unfortunately, it means that I'm really having to. I've got to call it a repetitive strain injury. Sorry. So I'm really, really sorry at the moment. I can't take anyone on yet. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Do excuse me. Sometimes I get phone calls first thing in the morning. You're in. I am in NS Melbourne. Oh, what state? Okay, sorry. I'm here. What did I miss? You didn't bring enough games. A quick hello from right. I hope the ghost tour went really well. Yes, so half the time you've been playing cards or watching TV. You're an Aussie? Yes. You two went fab. Awesome. Have a really good day, Alan, darling. I'll catch up with you in a bit, Alan, okay? And you can tell me all about the ghost tour that you took everybody on. That sounds awesome, by the way. My cousin married an Australian lady. He lives there now. Ah, wow. Australia must be nice. Melbourne. Oh. It's such a lovely state. I believe it's beautiful yes, it is. It's very beautiful there. You're a very lucky girl, dancer, to live there. He's an author. We have more famous landmarks there. Oh, your cousin's an author. Ooh, that sounds interesting. All right, wow. Gosh, I am learning some stuff today. Yes, you do. You do. Wow. Yeah. That bear ate my pants. Sydney Tower. That bear ate my pants. Okay. Is that the title of the book, or you really have got a bear in your house that's just eating your pants? All right, his book. I'm glad we cleared that one up. I'm going to Google that bear ate my pants, and then I'll know who the author is. Has he just written one book, or has he written many books? I'm eating crumpets and drinking coffee and just generally relaxing before I have to go downstairs and start the ironing. Is he an adult book writer or a children's book writer? I love coffee as well. You're right. Coffee is life. Unfortunately, if you're like me and you're going through the menopause, you can only have 1 cup of coffee a day now, because if I have more than 1 caffeine drink a day, I'm like a raccoon on crack. I can't sleep, and I'm busy rummaging through the bins at 3 in the morning. Exactly. But 1 cup a day is all I need. It's awesome catching up with you guys. I've missed you while I were away. You're younger than me, aren't you, Zoe? Hark the words of the older woman when she tells you that caffeine after a certain age and you hit menopause is not your friend, right? You're younger than me, Zoe. Right? I am excited to go back to Australia. Did you like India though? Which part of India did you visit? Cold and hot there. Oh. 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 Oh no. Did you like, what kind of, like you got a cold, or like you were really like Upsy chucksies. Yeah, it is. It's meant. Living in the United Kingdom's flipping mental. It is. But saying that, at least we don't live in a war-torn land. Did you see that rainstorm that we got the other night? Flipping heck. My road outside where I live turned into a flipping river. I mean, I'm not joking. I was waiting for Noah's Ark to go past. It was insane. I've never seen so much water. It was like God ordered the angels to fill up a biffa skip and then just start tipping it out. I live up the north, you know, where there be dragons roaming the moors. Oh no, yesterday was insane. I was in shorts in my office because the heat was unbearable. It was horrendous. I couldn't breathe in my room. It was insane. Yesterday was absolutely insane weather-wise. And now it looks as though we're going to get some more rain and then boiling hot temperatures again. It's like, you know, do they want to drown us or roast us? We haven't worked it out. It's ridiculous. Do you know Britain's Got Talent? Yeah. I don't watch it though. But I know of the TV show. Yeah, it's ridiculous weather. And I see a lot of Americans saying we're not exaggerating the heat. No, we're not. It's insane. This summer, the last time I think it was this bonkers was around about when I was being born, over 50 years ago. Right, my darlings, I am going to have to go and fly. My family's just got up. Take care. Have a lovely, lovely journey, Dancer. Right? I'll see you when you land in Australia. And Zoe, stick it to the man. We've got to continue doing what we're doing with the economy and the tatters that it's in. Alan, tell me all about your spacewalk, your ghost walk. Sorry, another space note. I hope you're coping with the cat. Frankenstein, if I'm here at 4 o'clock, I'll catch up with you then. And you're going to go to bed now, Zoe. Sweet dreams, my darling. Dancer, good flight. I'll catch up with everybody soon. Mwah. Bye-bye, darlings.